All right, just waiting for people to come in. Set up some things, and I will get started with what I got. So, all right. So, yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in, and I will soon drop the link. This is Bridge Builder. It's pretty much free flowing conversation, so it's open panel. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button on the way in, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the link. I'm gonna get the link and put it in here. But yeah, like hope that everybody is having a good New Year. Or if you celebrate Kwanzaa like me, Happy Imani, the Day of Faith, the last day of Kwanzaa. Yeah, you celebrate that. Yeah, that is the last day of it. So I don't know if it's gonna be long or short, but niggas here nonetheless. Hopefully, what's going to be here or people, but respect people, but I mean, I know it's been a minute since I've been live, and most likely probably ain't gonna be nobody here. And if it's not, I'm gonna read what I'm gonna do, and nobody shows up. If I want to come up on the panel and discuss or whatever, or engage with the chat, then I'm just gonna, make it short. And here's what it is, and I'll do another live later. Anyway, so let's get into it. So, you know, with the past 2020, everybody's been, really, really glad to see 2020 go. And I mean, I get it, mainly because of the pandemic. And, well, the government forced it. Government, well, I say forced, but they did kind of force small businesses to shut down. I mean, they ain't coming, you know, come in with guns, like say, you shut down your businesses. But they did it more with fear, like fear that their coworkers, that not coworkers, their employees are going to, could possibly get sick, and it's dangerous, and even though with the evidence being shown is that it's not really as dangerous as people are making it out to be, but it is very contagious. Now, I'm not gonna say like it's not dangerous. It's like because I know some people probably say, well, people are dying from it. Yes, people are dying from it. Not denying that. Not denying that it ain't that like it's happening out there somewhere. Somebody's getting it somewhere. Not gonna deny that either. But the about it is, I'm saying this. When I say it's not that dangerous, because as I had people get upset with me about me sharing that point of view, and it is what it is. You have right to opinions. But the thing I like about the whole everything was like they just the way they shut down businesses and the reason they gave for it was like, oh, we're trying to protect people, but it was, and I need to find that term but it was like a term that is used. I don't know if it's like this server the base, but it's used to. It's a term used to give people two options, make people pick one option or the other, and not actually seeing that there are probably many different other options that a person could actually choose from, but they're told to choose one side or the other. So yeah, when I was like just thinking about it, I was thinking like they didn't have to actually shut down any business really. I mean, really, all they had to do was just really enforce the what safety guidelines. I mean, if you're forcing them, you know, you incentivize and making sure that these people are actually following these guidelines, then they would, people would have to do it. For essential businesses, you're doing that for them. So I don't see like why non-essential businesses had, couldn't be able to do that. And why there is a essential and non-essential business. 'Cause, I mean, I think like everybody did it. I think there's very few businesses that actually non-essential. I mean, but this is like the, the world where people actually they actually you're supposed to make money. It's like it's like a big slowdown, and I think and of course I think the whole shutdown is like excuse like for the government to blame if the economy starts falling on the virus because the economy was falling anyway. I mean, it's just there's so much going on, and then you got these vaccines coming in. And the thing about it is like people think that once they get these vaccines, they shouldn't got to wear a mask anymore. You still have to wear that mask. They are not, yeah, you're not going to get out of that. They're not going to let you get out of there because one, you accepted it. So I guess let's let people make a big enough fuss about it around the country. Ain't gonna change. But I think it was because they reason why they created that rule was simply because people were already doing it. So it wouldn't have been like they would been forcing people to do it because people are already wearing a mask. Which I don't have a problem with people. I mean, it's not a problem wearing a mask. It's just that when you wear it all the time, that's like where you can start getting sick because that's in these CDC guidelines. If you ever read them, I know most people haven't checked them out because they just watch the news and expect the news to tell them everything they need to know, which that's not necessarily how it goes, especially on the national scale. They'll tell you whatever they're supposed to be telling you. It's not necessarily all about the truth. And I know it's like an article I put up, I found that kind of explains the whole, reason why you're probably going to still wear a mask. I'm going to read this article. I'll probably talk a little bit more and then and then after that, I may talk a little more and then I'll end it if no one comes through. So yeah, okay. So this is an article from the New York Times. Here's why vaccinated people still need to wear a mask. New vaccines will probably prevent you from getting sick with COVID. No one knows whether or not they'll keep spreading the virus to others, but that information is coming. So then, some there's like a part that's a Max Whitaker from New York Times says scientists worry that if vaccinated people are silent spreaders of the virus, it may keep circulating that communities put unvaccinated people at risk. So, I mean, just even that alone, I'm just thinking like, why? Okay, we're taking the vaccine to stop the virus. Then Why is it that like you can still carry the virus even if you had a vaccine? Like that, I mean, it's. I mean, I guess you could say, well, the virus is on other people, but and I know I just kind of just I guess people I just kind of went deep in, started off deep into it, but yeah, let's see. Let me read more into it because it's nothing about I don't know that's the name. I'm gonna try. Maybe mess the name up. It's Apura Mandavili. I don't know if I'm saying the woman's name right, but I tried. I mean, can let's I can see the phonetics somewhere or something like that. I'm pretty sure I messed that up. So it says the new COVID-19, I mean new vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna seem to be remarkably good at preventing serious illness. It's unclear if they can curb the spread of the virus. That's because Pfizer and Moderna trials tracked how many vaccinated people became sick with the virus. That leaves open the possibility of some vaccinated people getting infected without developing symptoms, then could silently transmit the virus, especially if they come in close contacts with others or stop wearing masks. If vaccinated people are silent spreaders of the virus, they may keep it circulating in their communities, putting unvaccinated people at risk. So I'm gonna stop it right there for a second. So, well, I guess I keep going because I'll keep going a little bit. And then there's a lot of people are thinking that once they get vaccinated, they're not going to have to wear a mask anymore, said Michael Tao, an immunologist at Stanford University. It's really going to be critical for them to know if they keep wearing masks because I mean it's critical to know if they have to keep wearing masks because they could still be contagious. So even take the virus, you may not get the symptoms anymore, but you can still spread the virus apparently from what they're saying, which doesn't make much sense. I'm like, okay, well, there should be a better solution, which I put in my video earlier, where the Dr. Pierre Corey actually, gave us something that would be pretty effective against the virus and it's safe. Well, it says proven safe. You know, it took months, make sure that this was safe. And he just spoke out, saying that he didn't want to see more people dying from this. And I understand that. Like, yeah, if you're a doctor, if you really care about your patients, you're not gonna want to see them suffer and die when you could have saved them. I mean, as far as like, some of these doctors that take the payment on the table from these drug companies, I mean, they should lose their license because they're violating Hippocratic oath. I would think they would. Like I'm pretty sure they violated Hippocratic oath for not taking care of patients, not actually take care of people that's supposed to be helping. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, let me know I'm wrong. Yeah, yeah, it's just like yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that reason right there is gonna be a reason why they'll have everybody try to get everybody to take the vaccine so that you won't spread it. But I guess I mean it is what it is. I'm not gonna trip about it, but even with the virus, even with the vaccine, like yeah, even like or take the vaccine. I mean, people taking vaccines, like even if you don't want to take it, it's not they're not gonna be like how some people say, like busting your house and with guns and make you take it. No, I mean, I only think they only have to do that really. I mean, really, if they really just wanted to get people to have no choice but to take it, is just to say something like, hey, if you don't take it, you can't go to work, can't go to grocery stores, you can't really go into public places unless you have been certified to be vaccinated or something. I don't know how they're gonna know that you have or haven't been vaccinated. But I guess there's some conspiracy theory groups that it might chip you. But I don't know. Okay. Still got the champagne? All right. Yeah, Happy New Year to you, Shar. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hit you up tomorrow. Yeah, I guess if like if nobody, I mean, because I guess I did it way late and ain't been on here in a while, so I guess I'll maybe have a conversation another day as far as that. But I'm gonna just say what I need to say here. It might turn to a zero speech, might change the title, but as far as right now, I'm just gonna keep going. Yeah. So as far as that, yeah, maybe they put a chip on. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I say it's possible, but I'm not sure if it's going to actually happen. Especially, because Bill Gates, and I think his wife is also on that team too. The vaccine team, which I find that very odd that Bill Gates is part of the vaccine team when he has no experience in making vaccines or anything like that, or having experience just dealing, having the knowledge of it really. But he's pushing. I mean, that's just me, but it's something to think about. And go back and still read the rest of it. See how long it is for. I may just not read the whole thing if it's too long. But I will put the link to the article and you can read the rest of it. But it says in most respiratory infections, uh, including the new virus, the nose, the main port of entry, the virus rapidly multiplies there, jolting the immune system, produce a type of antibodies that are more specific to mucosa, moist tissue line of nose, mouth, lungs, and stomach. The same person exposed to the virus for the second time, those antibodies as well as immune cells that remember the virus rapidly shut down the virus in the nose or gets a chance to take hold elsewhere in the body. I'm gonna be real, I don't know too much about what they try to talk about, and I ain't gonna say it and act like I do. But I'm put the link to the article and you can check it out later. But I mean, for some people, I mean, I guess with that, I mean, of course, I guess one thing people have about is Trump is leaving the White House pretty soon. I think it's January the 21st, and Biden's coming there. But I don't like either one of them. But I mean, Trump is crazy as he is, And it is like the wrong stuff, but he do be telling truth. Do be giving you the truth. You know, people be like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And he the president. You think he don't know you think he don't know what's going on behind the scenes. He the president. I mean, I just find that kind of I'm not defending him, not supporting Trump or anything like that, but it's just like I'm just keeping it fair. Because I don't have a dog in the race. Dog in the fight, I guess. Yeah. I don't have a dog in the fight. Yeah, I don't have a dog in the fight. So, just like the fact that people want to, start saying, oh, yeah, he's dumb. I can't believe he said stuff he's saying. I'm just like trying to tell people he's trolling you. And, people will say, well, you know, he's so stupid and all that. I'm like, well, he's a billionaire. Can't be that stupid. And you're like, well, he bankrupt and all that. I'm like, that's a strategy most millionaires and billionaires use. Bankruptcy is kind of like getting a fresh, clean slate. Slate. Like pretty much bankruptcy is you be able to clear the debt and not have to pay it back. Pretty much where you not having to pay back anybody. You can just go. Or I think you might have to. No, I think that's clear debt. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I mean that's probably something I should look. Be a good topic. Topic of bankruptcy. I'm gonna look at deeper than that, and see what I come up with. I do a zero speaks on that one. But, but yeah, it's just I mean, just like stuff like that. And and I mean like the election was like I was looking like, oh man, it's like America's best president. They were dragging that election out for days. I thought it was gonna be like a whole long week long thing. I think it dragged out maybe like 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, y'all already know who y'all picking. Just go ahead and say who you gonna pick. Y'all playing. And I mean, you got Trump supporters there, all this election fraud and all that. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even really matter. I mean, if it was that important, they would actually do the recount. They don't. They tell you but people still believe it. I can't make people not believe something. So, but I mean, it's just like thing about this, like I mean, it is what it is. They can get mad. People, so everybody, hey, celebrate them. I mean, of course, like the videos I put, Joe Biden, talking down to civil rights leaders. That was just like the short clips. I mean, there's like a whole like hour and 40-minute footage of a Zoom meeting, like where he's saying those things, and they were not taken out of context. They weren't, edited in a way to make them sound bad. No, that's how he really said it. That's how he said it. He said it exactly how he said it. I mean, I'm just thinking like, okay, you ain't even became president yet, and you're already talking down to black folks. And it's not the first time he's done this. Hey, love Blake. Yeah, it's not the first time he's done this. I mean, of course, like with this interview with Charlamagne the God, he went and told black people, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. Which I'm thinking, like, man, why are you telling black folks who who's black or not? But it's like but everybody was having about them stimulus checks from dude. It ain't like nothing else like nothing else said, but they like them stimulus checks. I guarantee you that. Boy, they love him for that. An article I read, he was showing like Joe Biden was actually trying to, cut down. Well, I mean, I think he said he helped succeed in cutting down the stimulus checks. I mean, you know, like the article supposed to be somebody who's close to Bernie Sanders, so it's not exactly right or left, you know, not the red team or the blue team, but I mean, it's supposedly doing that, but yeah, I mean, I just think like, yeah, if they just, you know, if we just didn't allow companies to just let have them take people, you know, off, but I mean, but people were guided by fear, so you know, it was like people easily able to easily accept, you know, the government just shutting down everything. I'm like thinking you're going to stores where there's going to be lots of people there. They say we have a certain amount of people, but I mean, it's still going to be people. There's going to be more enough people. I'm like thinking, okay, well, if you know, if it's dangerous to have businesses having people work here, why are these stores are still open? Oh, that's a good question to ask. Why are these stores still open? Why aren't they having their people stay home? But see, you know, that's why they did the whole essential, non-essential business. So say, hey, these businesses are important. Y'all are not. So if you're like a big business that like have something that people really want, you're in there. But if you're like a small business you might have people want, but the big business doing more than you, well, small business, you got to shut down. So I mean, I mean, you know, I remember seeing the video that was talking about like this Russian guy named Yuri I forgot his last name, but it started with a B. But it was like supposed to be a warning to America, and he was talking about ideological subversion, which pretty much just like dang, I forgot what it was, but I had to put that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link to that video. I'm not sure when, but it was the actual. There it is right there. But yeah, he kind of explains like what that is and just showing like how like the country is like you know how like they able to like Marxism and all that. It was like Lenin Marxism and showing like how they would use like benevolent people to influence the masses and the more once benevolent people get once the people who are like the true Marxists get in the power, then the benevolent people are not going to be in power when they thought they were going to be the ones being in power. And usually they're pushed aside. They got rid of because they know too much. And I remember seeing on that like I think it's from like the one particular channel they put on there, but it was like showing like a crisis, talking about having people get in a state of crisis, like that's like the biggest influence influencer, the easiest way to get people to like. I mean, he's playing his steps. So one of was Christ. I don't remember which step, but, yeah, he was talking about that, and it was pretty, and yeah, it's like so once you ever get people, have people being dependent on the government. So I mean, I'm just like thinking like, oh yeah, somebody ever give people all kind of goodies and stuff like this. So I'm like, well, they are keeping people in the house, so people are pretty dependent on the government, and they are giving goodies, the stimulus checks, and shutting down business. It's a good way to keep people dependent. I mean, like not just for small business, but like most businesses are shut down. And I mean, it's like even the shutdown is like highly inconvenient, especially for some places like you want to go to the bank, you can't even. I think like most banks, you can't even go in the bank. Can't even go in. You gotta you gotta go to the drive-through or you gotta do it. You just gotta drop in the deposit box. It's very inconvenient. And then like you want to go in certain stores, say you might have to wait outside if if there's more people than the staff that are taking care of them. There's some places I know phone companies and places that sell electronics. They definitely do that. And I mean, just like this virus, this shutdown is making things very inconvenient. And it's like, well, we want to spread the virus, but I mean, you got people staying at the house, so it's obviously not working as well as you think it is. So even if I say, there are people not wearing the mask and all that, it really doesn't matter because if most people are in the house and they're not really going anywhere, then it shouldn't really hit you unless you believe it's airborne. Then if you believe it's airborne, the mask won't even matter because it'll be in your house. If you have to open the door, you have to you have to breathe air. So the airborne is gonna be in the air, so you have to breathe at some point in time. So if you're going to breathe in this air, you would actually have to, you would end up actually breathing in the virus. Like, and really, if you like really just leave it on air, you have to wear your mask all the time. But the problem with that is that you wear the mask all the time, you're gonna get sick anyway. Probably not even from the virus, or you may get sick from the virus because you would probably lower your immune system by having it on so much because it would cause your body to go into distress. So I have one doctor explained it, but I think it was that's something about cortisol and all that, but I don't know exactly. But I mean, you can probably look it up if you want to, but probably trying to find out if you want to. But as far as that, the stress and that kind of puts your body in a weakened state. So it's easier for, you know, foreign organisms, to be viruses or any other number of stuff to attack your system easy. But even with the virus, I know people don't want to hear me say this because it's already been programmed in mind by the media, probably by movies and all that. Because I was like, I was like seeing like, oh, there's all these movies that talk about pandemics and all that, and people realize, oh, well, this is a prediction. No, it was programmed. But I was like, seeing all that, it's just like, yeah, programming. You've been programmed to to be scared, be in panic mode with a virus. And it's like think about it, it's like the virus and the virus. I mean, what people don't like won't like hear me say is that even if you get the virus, you have a greater chance of getting the mild symptoms and recovering from it. I say you have a greater chance. Like you probably have like I say probably over 90% chance. Probably more, but I haven't seen the current numbers, but I think last I seen it was probably like 97, 98%. Could be the same, might have changed, whatever. But what numbers I got, that was it, like more likely. I said more likely to recover from it and be okay. People more likely uncovered, went back home and all that. Now, small percentage that have died from, Unfortunate. The thing about it is, it's like it's not even something that's killing 1% of the population, but where you hear tell it, killing everybody. Everybody's dying. Everybody's falling down the streets. I mean, that's how they kind of want to paint the picture of it to people, which that's not really happening at all. But you can't tell people that because people just want to believe what they want to believe until something happens that makes them change their mindset. It ain't gonna change. And I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. So if you want to believe me, Johnny, hey, go ahead. I will not stop you. But I say if you're gonna be, gonna go into it, just make sure that you're doing the actual research. And just to go back full circle with it, I'm gonna digress a little bit to back into the vaccine thing. Why is it that the media is really yes, I mean I'm pretty sure black people will probably ask most black folks ask, like, why is the media wanting black folks to really why do they need to really push for black folks to take this vaccine? I mean all the vaccines that they done came out with so far that I done heard of, they ain't never pushed for black folks just to take it. And really what I think they try I mean, it's like they try to push on us and they really trying to low key shame black people for not want to take it or try to get it to where black people don't take it. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna be unfortunate because we're like, oh well, we're taking this vaccine. Why aren't you taking it? And I mean, black people most of the whole like we not gonna take no vaccine because of stuff like Tuskegee. We always get experiment on. I mean, experiments in the past. Usually the first ones get experiment on. So when I see stuff like that, I said we're the first ones to get experiment on. Like, when they had the Tuskegee experiments, they did syphilis. To, put affected black men with syphilis, I'm pretty sure they died. I mean, I haven't looked into it enough. I'm so real. I should have, but I know that they affected black men with syphilis, and I mean, we don't want to go through another one of those. I mean, it's always something going on with black folks, and I mean, we're tired of being experimented on. So we usually when it's something going down, we always like the first one to get the be the test subjects or whatever is going down to see if it's effective for everybody else. I mean, people take it how they want to. Hey, Joe, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I don't know if you see the link, but if you want to hop on, brother, you can. I'm just gonna keep talking for 1 minute, but yeah, just like a really big push for that. And I mean, and even with that, like people tell me they won't get a virus, but I mean, vaccine essentially is using the virus to supposedly fight another virus. Okay, bro. Like I said, if you ever want to hop on, I don't know if you see the link. If you want to, the links in the chat. You more than welcome to. It's open panel. But I mean, if you don't, then I'll just talk a little bit longer, and I'll probably end it, and then and probably like in probably maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes after, or very least 15 minutes afterwards, I'll probably do some gaming. But yeah, okay, bro. Yeah, so 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 I like I always found that kind of. I mean, it's just very odd that they're trying to do it. They're really trying to push this, and I'm pretty sure that's probably why Joe Biden, why Joe Biden chose to be president was because he was going to be able to force. Well, he wasn't going to be able to force, but he was going to be able to convince more people to take this vaccine. So, just like with that, and then I think I seen a quote where Kamala Harris said that she wasn't going to take a vaccine as long as to some effect, like as long as Trump say I'm gonna, take the virus, I'm not gonna take it. But yeah, to her and Joe Biden both took the virus before they became president and vice president. I find that kind of weird. But, but hey, I mean, people think things get better because Trump's gone. Like, I wouldn't hold my breath. But either way, we was in there, we were screwed either way. So it's just like I guess like the last two elections. I mean, if people want to say, last two elections, we had like this one and then one before that. We just had never bad decisions. And I think we should get to the point where we need to stop doing this whole lesser lesser two evils thing. Let's cut that out. Let's stop picking evil. If if it's like we gonna pick somebody gonna do right by us, so just find somebody who will. We don't have to pick Democrat Republican. You get independent or you go right in the name, You say we want Bernie in there. Write his name in there. I doubt it would. I doubt that the people who run the show would actually let Bernie in because they've been keeping him out for the longest. Even when he didn't even really even want to vote for it. They really wanted to vote for Bernie, but they thought they had no other alternative but to vote for Hillary, which which kind of funny. And some people claim they know how the election process works and how the voting system works, but yet they don't. Yet you didn't know about the write-in. There's a write-in option. You can write in the candidate, and you can write in the candidate, and you can change the whole thing. I mean, now I just saying that, like, yeah, it works for yeah, pretty much any position. But we'll say this: the president's least powerful position on the planet. So, the president just a mouthpiece of the government and whoever running behind the scenes or whatever. Yeah. Or is that, I mean, like I said, I think you're right in option. It's like, I mean, it's not gonna really change how things going, but well, may actually change it. It'll just show you like that. It'll show you that I guarantee you, everybody's voting the same person, and then you have an electoral college, They pick somebody from either Democrat or Republican. And if nobody voted for either one of them, they pick one or the other. Oh yeah, it'd be a whole uproar right after that because now you're exposing the electoral college system, like pretty much telling you they pick whoever they want to. You will see that. But as long as they can fool you into believing that they not doing that, they can keep the lie going. And I mean, like I said, I don't like it political, but I'm just saying it like it is. I really try not to, but it's just like something that's been going on, and it's been bugging because people been talking to me about it. You know, I tell me, "Oh, Joe Biden's a great guy." And when I showed them, somebody like the audio, like I had somebody listen to the audio when he see, they like, "Oh, well, he really, he really talking down to him, and all that, he's made all kind of excuses for Joe." And I'm like, okay. And then that's getting defense and talking about, well, what about Trump doing all this lying and all that, firing people and all that. And I'm like, I'm like, Joe Biden, I mean, Trump ain't gonna, Joe Biden ain't gonna get the same, ain't gonna catch the same hell that Trump does. Trump's Republicans. So Republicans supposed to be the bad guys, and Democrats supposed to be the good guys. That's how it's set up. I mean, think about it. Every time Republicans come in, no matter how good, how much good this Republican does, he's always gonna be looked as a bad guy. You will say that, oh, he's doing something stupid and all that. I guarantee you, because Joe Biden does some dopey stuff too. But I guarantee you, nobody's gonna call him out on it. I promise you. He's already did some dopey stuff already. But I guarantee you, he gonna do a lot of suspect stuff, and most people are gonna let it slide. The media's definitely gonna let it slide. I mean, unless it's just something like just so big that they gotta say so. Like that leaked audio. But when he get in there, he started saying some crazy stuff, started doing some crazy stuff. Nobody's gonna say nothing. Not like they did with Trump. They gonna keep quiet. They gonna act like, oh, nothing wrong with that. Tell you. But like I said, I don't rock with your side. So I'm not partisan. Like that mean I don't belong to no party. I'm not no party support. Yes, that party support, I guess be my own party of me, I mean that's what people be like, yeah, party of me. I would say if you don't do the whole voting thing, which I say if you really real voting is in the lobbying. Because with the lobbying, you're voting with your money, You can buy politicians, no matter who, doesn't matter who's running, either Democrat or Republican. You buy them. But I mean, you got to create a lobbying, you got to get a lobbying firm, and then on top of that, you got to have a group that can really amass enough money to go up, go and start lobbying. But if you don't have that, you're gonna be pretty screwed. So I would say, you need to have some kind of organized group. I guess you would have to create your own party, but then again, I mean, you can, but thing about it is you need enough support from the people to actually, have this party created and have people trust it. As long as you have the Democratic Republican system going, two-party system, the two parties supposed to be against each other, but really, really working together. Yeah, you always gonna lose. And and when I just see this, I'm just like, like both of them are working together. And people like, I tell people like, I think I told somebody like, yes, at the end of the day, they all like do their little fake arguing or whatever. They all go out and eat together. It's true. They all go out and eat together. Probably have buy their food there, but I mean, just because we're together now, I ain't saying no disagreements in that, but I guarantee you, when it comes down to getting to what they really need to get, they all working together on one accord. I guarantee you. You look at C-SPAN or C-SPAN too. Look at both of them, man. And when it comes down to certain things that they want to get, look at how many Democrats and Republicans join together. Guarantee you, when it's something that both sides is like supposed to be the agenda for the government, something they really need to get out there, they all working together in perfect harmony, almost perfect harmony. Might have a few outsiders, but they don't matter. Not part of the family, so and outsiders. So they don't care, it don't matter. But the majority of them, yeah, better be like an overwhelming majority. I remember one time, which kind of had me figure out that they were together. I remember it was before the 2012 election because like before then I was like a staunch Obama supporter. And when I looked at the bill to have people had a troops fight in Afghanistan, I'm thinking like, okay, the Democrats talking about they don't want to fight in wars. I was like, okay, cool. That's their philosophy, whatever. Those are their ideas. Those are principles. Okay, cool. And when I looked at the Senate vote, it was 99%. I'm thinking like there's not 99% Republicans, so it has to be Democrat. Yeah, Democrats are voting for this. So that kind of had me open my eyes to it. Like, oh, certain thing is y'all in it together. When I figured that out, I'm just like, hey, whatever, because I'm like, I done helped out about Obama's Victory Aid campaign. I done worked together with the Tennessee Democratic Party, the Tennessee National Democratic Party. I forgot what that stands for, but worked with the Democratic Party in my state, and now, and like help and working with health care act. I yeah, yeah, like I was trying to do like all of the bills they try to get passed, trying to help with all that. So just do all that and then just to see that happen. Like, okay, you ain't really for us, but I mean, even before all that, like even after he got elected, I always found it weird how it seemed like Obama just came out of nowhere. Now people up there was like, yeah, we know Chicago, that's fine, whatever, but he still kind of came out of nowhere though, as far as going to presidential election. Because it was just like seemed like now thinking about it, it seemed like it was staged. Like, oh, Obama, we want you to be president. Come on, we want you to be president. Like something like that. I don't remember how they convinced him, but he was like, no, no, I want to be president. No, we want you to be president. We want you to be president. You can do it. Something like that. I don't remember how it went. I would, you probably look back, but I'm pretty sure they got on YouTube somewhere. And I was like, okay, well, how did you want to be president? I'll go and be president for. We're president. That's what y'all want. Yeah. So, so then he ran president, and he ran against John McCain, which found later is his cousin. Now, I mean, I think it's like probably 11 cousin, but I know I had people tell me, "Oh, well, that don't really matter," because it's 11. And I'm like, normally it wouldn't, because they are part of the British royal family, and it's like way too many of them in that same family, all in all in Congress. Yeah, that whole thing, it don't matter. Yeah, you throw that out the window. And then, like people say, "Oh, well, he's looking at me, he's just a nigga." And they might do, but he's a nigga that they using to get what they want. Because if you look at Obama, it's like pretty much how he's been raised is almost like a rich white kid. I mean, they feel like that, but it's like if you took away the black kid, almost like you almost think it was like a white kid, right? Just the way he dressed and act. But it was probably like times then. But I just don't imagine a black kid doing it. Matter of fact, I don't think he's ever actually heard of himself being black. I think he might say he's African American or something like that. But never heard him refer to himself as black. But he might have, and I just didn't hear it. But yeah, even with the whole election, like people say they went so hard. They just attacked this man so hard. Like, no, compared to how they, how government goes after black men. No, they did not go hard on. They did not go that hard on him. They went pretty easy on him, actually. What do you mean? They like, saying, yeah, but they went pretty easy on him because if he was a part of family one, they could. I mean, I guarantee you there'd probably be some dirt that they could use on him. Pretty sure they got some dirt on him right now that they could use if they wanted to. If he was not part of that family, part of the thing, they could use it anytime. But he is a part of it. It's like either when you're in that group, you either got to be part of that family or you got to be tight. You got to be tight with the family. So, that's the only way you can really, get in there like that. I mean, you might be able to slide in outside, but just like yeah, you're on the outside, but and your voice won't have that much sway. But as far as that, it's I mean it's a thing, to see that, it was just like, oh yeah, black to become president. And I didn't vote for him. Ironically, I didn't vote for him because he was black. I know a lot of black people did, and I didn't do that because of that. I just did it because I voted for him what I thought he actually could do. I don't know because of black. I don't have a problem saying it, but honestly, even before I joined the Big Great campaign, I was actually done with politics. I was not going to be a part of it. I just like seeing the whole thing. I was going to be completely out of it. And I just walked by the Victoria campaign, got curious and see what was going on, and they talked me into it. So then I ended up working there. Yeah, I guess like after like 2000, when 2012 election came, after doing all that work and helping out and volunteering, I mean after seeing what happened, I was like, I'm not voting anymore. I decided not to vote because I'm like, I can't. I can't do this, especially knowing that both sides were together. So it's like, what's the one reason why vote? Like, if y'all both were together, especially what I know about the electoral college now, it's like they pick who they want to get. So it wouldn't make no sense for me to vote for somebody because there's no people they want to pick. That's who they want to pick at times amount. But I mean, I just done with it. And I mean, I'm not really planning on voting again. I see no benefit of it. It's not, you know, none of the things they do really helps me out. So yeah, like stimulus check, whatever. It's like, okay, stimulus checks. I know there's gonna be a catch somewhere. I know it is. There's always a catch with the government. They start giving you stuff like, I mean, it's your taxpayer money. They gonna figure out some way to have you pay for it. Which I never get that. Like, come on, you're gonna have to pay these back. I'm like, pay it back. When they gave you the money to use it, what you mean pay it back? That's how they feel. And I'm just like, when I hear like public talk telling people like, oh, you need to get off of welfare and all that, you need to know and stand on your own 2 feet. I was okay. I can get with that. Okay, fine, fine. If y'all so against welfare, okay, then y'all give us back the tax money that y'all using for to pay you to get your paychecks. Because I know y'all making plenty of money anyway. That's welfare. Give us back our money. Yeah, hey, you don't want the welfare. Hey, if you want to get rid of welfare, I'm cool with that. Let's start with taking them checks away from y'all. You know, because y'all on welfare. Y'all say because y'all rich, y'all not on. Y'all make more money because y'all make more money. Y'all ain't on welfare. Now y'all on welfare. Hey, Shay, how you doing? Hey, happy New Year. Y'all on welfare like everybody else. Y'all on welfare. It's like people you claiming that aren't on welfare. Well, I say everybody on welfare. I ain't gonna say everybody on welfare, but the people who are actually on welfare, these, you know, politicians can't come in and tell us that tell people, oh yeah, you need to, get on welfare and get on your own 2 feet. Okay, well, all right, fine. You first. That's all I tell you. You first. Get on your own 2 feet. If not, I don't even want to hear y'all talk about no welfare because y'all still on it. Right. I mean, I think 2021 gonna be a very, very telling year. I don't think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good up there. Yeah, everything's good. Oh, you talking about the bombing? Yeah, I wasn't nowhere near that. I'm like out of west. That's like in North Nashville, even where I used to be at when yeah, I wasn't even nowhere near that. I ain't I ain't got money to be living downtown, so that probably be only way it would hit. But it didn't even hit everywhere. I think it hit like maybe a few blocks on Second Avenue, which you know is a club street. So I mean, I've seen some of the damage. It hit BB King, hit like hit some borrows. I think it hit maybe a few other clubs, and I think it got maybe got like a few other blocks, but yeah, I think probably like at least about 2 or 3 blocks it hit, but it didn't really hit too much. But yeah, I was like, man, I mean, when I seen the footage, I mean, I had heard about it, but I didn't know where exactly it was at. But I totally forgot about that, but yeah, yeah. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, yeah, because I remember it was on Christmas. They were saying like it happened like 6:30 in the morning. I think I was probably asleep when that happened. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I think AT&T starting. Cause I seen the AT&T vans going there and like start trying to restore stuff, but yeah, it was like when I went down there, you couldn't go down couldn't go down like the area where it had been destroyed unless they got police trucks and policemen and all that around there. And they got that fenced off. I don't know how long it'll take. Probably take maybe a couple of weeks till that happens. But I was surprised that happened because that don't never nothing like that never happens in Nash. I thought I would never see nothing like that. I'm like thinking like Nashville seems a little too safe. But I mean, but even when looking at that story and I think now thinking about it, yeah, even when looking at that story, I was like, yeah, it just seemed odd to me. Like when I heard the story and about the guy who they said was the suspect in the bombing, whatever. It was just like, okay, you said this guy made a bomb, but like this guy's an IT guy, but he somehow knows how to make a bomb. Like I think you need more than a tech experience to make one. And there was nothing listed that could have even led to it. Now you probably could have worked like the timer, you could make the timer and all that. Because that'd be tech. But I mean, unless it was like some kind of special made bomb or something like that, or something that you didn't need like you didn't need like a certain chemical or something like that. Yeah, I can see that, but just like the whole thing with that and the fact that he just blew himself up. I'm not really buying that because I don't seen too many stories where they have like the lone shooters and like they saying they're going to take up the lone shooter to say they shot some people up and then all of a sudden they just kill themselves. I'm like I don't see that happen too many times. I don't. I seen that just seems too too much coincidence that it happens so many times. I mean, you would think like at one point you want to catch her and see what happens or whatever, but I mean, or it could just be they just taking them out. I mean, but I say it just some made me just saying something ain't right there. 'Cause I don't think dude was alone, but the fact that he blew up, the fact that he was blown up in the RV, I'm like, well, I said if he was suspect, you want to see, what happened, why he did it, and all that. I mean, of course they probably say he has a manifesto or something, and I always had like a written a manifesto. You don't know if you actually wrote it or not. But as far as that, like I don't think it's wrong. It's like either because I'm thinking, and this is my theory. I don't know if it's what really happened or not, but I'm just gonna make a theory. Could be right or wrong. But that's theory. I'm not saying it's what really happened, but theory. I think that either I don't think he was working alone. I think that either he was getting cold feet. He was thinking about backing out, and whoever was in there, whoever he was working with, strapped him, probably somehow forced him to be in the car or took him out and put him in the car and blew up and got rid of evidence or to get rid of loose ends since or either he didn't want a part of it or he was a loose end need to be taken care of, or he was some unknown, he unknowingly, helped out somebody and he was still loose in, but they took care of him. I mean, now I know some girl would say he building it by himself, he's like building by himself. I don't like I said, I don't think he was alone. I think he had help. I think he was working with somebody. But that's my theory. Don't know what happened. I'm not gonna act like I know act like I know I got the clues, but from what I've seen, that seems like that's my best guess of what probably happened. But maybe it happened in ways that maybe he just took himself out. Very best possibility. But yeah, I see that damage. I was like, man. And I mean I knew exactly where it was up when I seen the footage because I don't walk through the streets before. Like matter of fact, where the RV was near the spot where our crew dance at. We usually dance at on the weekends when it's warm. And probably today it was like tonight is like a warm night. And and if it wasn't for that bombing, they might be dancing tonight. Right now. We probably dancing right now. Because you can't get over there. So I guess people who want to go to BB King's ain't gonna be able to go there for a while. And probably a few other clubs over there that ain't gonna be able to be in business. But I guess like if you going down like Broadway and all that, it's gonna be going around Broadway and all that. Go Broadway, the little three little blocks. Yeah, you'll still be able to go to those because even yeah, that bomb didn't affect any of those buildings, so they're still good. But it's just like yeah, BB King and all that, yeah. And not thinking about something, that bomb could be a good way to could have been a good way to drive out some businesses. Who knows? Because it might because like some business, especially businesses, some of these smaller businesses hanging on by a thread because of this pandemic, and have something like a bomb come hit that. Oh yeah, I mean that could be playing. I mean, but Gerber said like a year ago. So I mean, might have been playing a year in advance, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. He died, so we don't know what the objective. We know that a bomb happened, some RV blew up and tore up some stuff. Luckily, it didn't have anything else in it that could have made it worse. Thankfully, it wasn't too bad. It could have been worse. So, but yeah, like, yeah, it's just so much, so much is happening. And the thing about like, this, I mean, this has become big news. And I didn't think this would become big news. To be honest. I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't think that started off with big news. Which I mean, I should have expected it, but I didn't think it was gonna be big news. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I didn't think it was. It is here now. So it's here now. So that's all I can really say about it. But I mean, I think 2021 is gonna be a trial. It's definitely gonna be a game changing year because now you have to you have to either like you can either conform with either you're gonna follow what the sister's gonna do, or you're gonna try to find your own way out. You're gonna go with the flow, or you're gonna try to forge your own path. That's all there is to it. Forge your own path. Matter of fact, forge your new path. Because you don't want to be dependent or relying on the government. I'm just telling you right now, you don't want to do that. Once they got you up on their thumb, they ain't gonna let you go. So, hey, Ari, how you doing? Oh, yeah, Ari, if you wanna hop up on the chat, think this is the link. Yeah, yeah, I'm just talking, but yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess y'all noticed I got the StreamYard logo back, so I'm back at the free level because yeah, that 25 was raining uh, in my account, but yeah, I mean I think it's really gonna be trying, but yeah. Oh hey Ariel, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
No, well,
Yeah, my Friday could have not have been any better. Our Friday was good. Because right now, you can guess what I'm about to do. So, what did you do today?
pretty much it. Oh, okay, yes. Hey, Cole, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just chit chatting. Yeah, if you wanna hop up on the panel, you're more than welcome to. It's open panel. Anything? Good to see you. That's crazy. I was, just about you ready to go, and then like, yeah, people come there like, all right, let me go put a link in one time, see if people come on, and Arrow come up on there, but pretty sure she'll be back. But, yeah, I mean, I've been had like a laid back New Year. I mean, I'm not trying to do much, and I mean, probably much to do. I can't do much even want to do more. I think if we allow it, it's probably gonna be like that next year too. If we allow it. But yeah, Carlos, if you want to hop on, there's a link in the chat. Wait, see if Ariel comes back. 'Cause, I mean, it's kind of good hearing from him. So how you doing that, Cole? I don't know if you're still here or not. Yeah, yeah, maybe. And like I said, this new year gonna really, you're really gonna try some people. So it's like, yeah, you either gonna, like I say, you either gonna get stronger. I mean, you either gonna come out strong for your own path, or you gonna follow whatever, follow like go with the flow. You gonna follow whatever you told to follow. I mean, I think it's come to that point. You gonna try to get yourself in a better position to be more free, or you gonna confine yourself. I don't think there's even room for middle ground anymore. I'm not waiting on Ministry of the Air coming through. There might be something going on in there or something. Maybe she had to go off and do something else. But yeah, like I guess Cole left. All right, so I guess I really had too much left to talk about. Could probably come on some other topics to talk about. I guess I'll talk about something real quick. Mandalorian, I guess I could do a separate video talking about that. Yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, yeah, I guess I'll go in the stream. I do how I used to do it. And yeah, like if you don't see me with the video music and all that, it's because that's all part of the paid program. So, so yeah, so I'm here. We give a shout out to Shar, shout out to Love Blake, shout out to Siova, shout out to Shay, shout out to Ariel, and shout out to Cola. Thank y'all for coming through. It is much appreciated. I'll start this later. I do appreciate the support. Thank you, Ariel, for coming on. It was short. I will be back on probably not too long. Probably about maybe uh, 15 to 30 minutes, somewhere between there. Do some gameplay, but appreciate y'all. Do some live gameplay. So thank y'all for coming through on this Bound the Bridge, people. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great night.